You're gonna make babies with Pro Jared, Hana. Little glittering Jared babies. Ma, you did it again with the comment. Ugh. Hi everyone, this is Jen here with a new episode of Let's Play Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club. In the last episode, I have to be honest, I don't particularly remember what happened. I should have looked it up. But it looks... No, wait, I'm trying to remember. I believe we hung out with Gerard. He gave us a tour of the campus, and we got to interact with Jared for a bit. I think we also interacted with PBG and got to see Jeff, aka Space Hamster, for one scene. So that's an interesting thing. I'm sure more exciting stuff happened. I'm just not quite remembering everything. Anyway, let's continue on. Eating a cookie. In this scene, I broke off a piece and popped it into my mouth. Gerard whispered something into Nick's ear, who started laughing so hard milk came out his nose. Was he really okay with people making fun of him? I couldn't believe it. I didn't believe it. At my old school, people made fun of me every day. It was hell. There was no way he could just brush it off like that. Not when I tried so hard to do the same. But as I finished the cookie and started on my ramen, and Gerard continued to laugh with the rest of the normal boots, I wondered whether it was as impossible as I always thought. Hana, can you pass me some pepper? I got it here, Jared! Thanks, what's your name again? Oh, no! It's my... Nice. Thanks, Mai. Oh, my sad face, no! Oh. Hana. Well, Hana, ready to head back? Huh? Oh, yeah. Did Mai look sad, or did I imagine it? She was sad. She was very, very sad. I'm gonna drink some water in her honor. Aight. We threw our trays on the racks and headed out the cafeteria. As we waved to normal boots, and Gerard cheerily waved back, a sudden pang hit my stomach. Was it guilt? Guilt that we're, like, quote-unquote using them just to be popular so we don't get picked on here? Possibly. After class ended that day, Mai said that she had volleyball practice and sped off. Thankfully this time, I knew where I was going, so I headed straight back and collapsed on my bed. It was nice to have some time to myself. After everything that happened, I felt like I was going crazy. I could use some relaxation. I didn't have a computer or a TV, and the book Satch gave me was really good, but sometimes it got a bit hard to read. Instead, I took out my phone and started flipping through the App Store, like you do. Nothing really looked good. Wait, what was this? I sat up. Dumbidoom's Revenge! That's a reference to freaking Pro Jared's, like, what is it, Fire Red Nuzlocke Challenge? So that's great. Face off against 3 other players as you catch monsters, raise them, and use their unique skills to aid you on your puzzle-solving quest. Only you can save Meta World from its ignorant king and utter destruction. Now with a single-player campaign. Raise crops to feed your monsters. If you're lucky, they'll transform into cute girls. What the hell? It looks so stupid, but it couldn't hurt to give it a try. I downloaded and started up the game. Welcome to Dumbidoom's Revenge. I skipped the intro sequence and quickly hit single player. Loading. The load times were terrible. Suddenly, a cartoonish hilly valley met my eyes, panning over a white castle nestled next to a cliff. A lazy king lay asleep on his throne when a squat silver soldier ran into the room. King Dumbidoom, quickly! We're under attack! Oh, just send the 1st Battalion off, please. I'm rather tired. The night left and the screen faded to a world map showing a horde of black mobs on the right side of the screen. Did I say mobs or blobs? Same difference. A small group of knights ran up against the blobs and were instantly devoured. One of the black blobs spit out a helmet with a skull inside. What the hell is this game? Things continued in this way, with the king sending off his battalions haphazardly until no one was left. Then the king awoke in his chair and turned to the screen. You! Me? Only you can save my kingdom, please! I don't think I can save your kingdom. You're the one menacing it. How dare you! What the hell? Could this thing hear me? You are no longer my advisor. Go back to your home village and let me deal with this myself. Oh wait, that was the other character. Okay. A tiny sprite with brown hair flew across the world map, bouncing into a bunch of red houses. I guess my only choice is to raise an army of monsters myself, overthrow the king, then raise an army to fight the oncoming bloopity-bloobs. Bloopity-bloobs. How the hell did you come to that conclusion? Finally, I was allowed to play the actual game. A dozen multicolored blocks appeared on the screen. The monsters I was initially given could only hit their corresponding colors, and couldn't activate any traps. Supposedly, more monsters could eventually learn how to set traps, and you could do certain combos to hinder the opposing team. If you had an attractive girl on your team, she could use an ability to double the rate of your opponent's blocks, or half their clock time. But that had a drawback too, and you could be used as an asset by the opponent. Not to mention that certain color combinations between girls and monsters activated unique secret abilities, and you could evolve your monsters and feed them things. How the heck am I supposed to remember all of this? The wiki articles. Wiki is very good. Maybe someone on Tumblr has like the cheat sheet to the best routes in Asagao Academy. You can use that. I failed the first few times, but quickly got the hang of it. It was just about being adaptable and maintaining a flexible strategy after all. My eyes started to hurt. I looked at the time. 8 o'clock. It had been 4 hours? The life of a gamer. I had reading to do. I grabbed my textbook, flicked my radio on, and began to read. There have been many tales of times when the moon has fallen on other planets, but the most popular of these being the myth of Termina. However, these myths have never been proven to be more than a hallucination. Very, very good. Good Legend of Zelda references. Very, very good. My eyes blurred over my astronomy textbook, and I yawned. The Schubert piece floating from my radio made me want to go to sleep, and I toyed with the idea of going to class without finishing my reading. Who cared how many times the moon was supposed to fall, especially when time travel was involved? Hana! Mai burst through the door, flung herself across the room, and grabbed my radio.
Hey!
Hey, where have you been? What are you doing? Give me a second, we're missing it! There we go! But I swear, that dog was the living worst. That's why you need a bird, like my lovely Jock. Watch your tongue. What is this? Shh!
Hey.
So, the time has come to make an official announcement. This year, just like every other year, the Normal Boots Club will be participating in the video game tournament. Just the video game tournament. There's only one.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah! As PPG applauded as though he were a crowd of 30 people, I shot a puzzled glance at Mai. I hope you guys will continue supporting us again this year, and best of luck to our competitors. You guys going down! And now for some music. Do 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 do. Mai turned down the radio and sighed. Okay, what did you want? What was that? PB&J. It's PPG and John's radio show. They have a radio show? What do they do on it? Oh, you know, they talk and stuff, and play music sometimes. Everyone in school listens to it. I'm so glad you brought your radio. I forgot mine at home. And a video game tournament? Yeah. Didn't you hear them talking about it the other day? No. Come to think of it, I hadn't paid much attention to their conversations. I was too busy worrying about myself. Every year, they have a game tournament down at Higanbana Mall. Lots of people come to compete, but everybody knows the real fight is between the Normal Boots Club and the Hidden Block Club. Is that what they do? Video game tournaments? Yeah, that's why nobody ever joins them since... That's why nobody's ever joined them since their inception. Well, I guess partly they're a group of friends who just happened to make a club together, but also... Unless you're really talented, you just drag them down. Ouch. Not all of them are so harsh, but some of them... Well... Mai glanced away, but I felt like I knew who she was talking about. Frickin' Shane Dare again. That's too bad. The conversation I had before with Jimmy and Caddy came to my mind. Had they really thought I was joining the Normal Boots Club? There was no way. I hadn't played a video game since I was a kid. My father gave me a 4DS when I left home, but... Oh no, I have to do a fatherly voice, don't I? The night before I left home for Asagao, my dad came to visit me in my room. I had packed the few things I owned into a briefcase and a single cardboard box, set to be shipped with the train. I sat and stared at the box, somewhat bitter. I barely even needed it. I didn't own much. Hana. Yeah, Dad? My father stood in front of me, a weary smile on his face. Even though he tried to hide it, I could see by the deep wrinkles around his eyes and forehead that he was tired, sad. The past few years had taken their toll on him, and I hadn't eased things. You'll be leaving tomorrow. Yeah. A heavy silence hung between us, filling my childhood bedroom like styrofoam. Are you excited? Yeah. Yeah, I am. He nodded and glanced around my room, at the pale blue walls, the broken clock above my old desk, the scuff marks around the door frame from where I ran into it as a kid. I lived in this house almost my whole life, ever since moving after kindergarten. It was everything I knew, but now it was too much for me. The decision to transfer to Asagao didn't come lightly. First, it was a prestigious institution with a highly prized reputation. Only the best of the best, touting either great grades, impressive talent, or lots of money, could get in. I was none of those things, but I made it in regardless. Part of me suspected I was a charity case. I received a small scholarship, and it would no doubt look good for the Academy to have fostered a poverty-stricken child in its walls. And despite the fact that my father couldn't afford it, even with the scholarship, he guaranteed he'd support me if I went. I looked again at the wrinkles in his face, at his sagging shoulders. He pressed his hands against his body to hide the way they shook. All for me. He'd be all alone. I'm glad you're going. I think this'll be good for you. Yeah. I wished I could say something else, but nothing came. Well, honey, just in case you get homesick, I bought a present for you. Present? From his pocket, my dad produced a shining pink Nintendo 4DS and placed it into my hands. For you. But... why? How? Dad, this costs so much. You're already killing yourself to let me go. Why would you... Tears spilled from my eyes as my dad smiled. Nothing is too good for you, my dear Hana. His voice was trembling. You're my pride and joy. You deserve so much better than you've gotten from me. Dad. Oh gosh, I'm catching feelings. Shake the tears. Shake them away. Okay. Go to Asagao. Have fun. Make lots of friends. And when you get homesick, You play with that. I'll make do. I stood up and hugged him, burying my face in his scratchy sweater and oatmeal smell. I'll miss you. I'll miss you, my little Hana. My little Hana, I can't make this funny. Crying deeply. But the thing is, he forgot to give me a cartridge to play with. Typical. Didn't buy the box set, apparently. Now I glanced at the machine hidden behind my desk lamp. Mai watched me carefully. Well, you never know what could happen. What do you mean? Mai giggled. Nothing at all, but I just got back, so I've got work to do. Work, right. PPG and I had still had that project due, and we hadn't met to discuss it at all. He said he had it under control, but I should probably make a backup plan, just in case. It wasn't that I didn't trust him, it was just that, okay, I didn't trust him. Sighing, I worked a kink out of my shoulder. It looked like it would be a long night. Knockity knock knock. Ugh, what was that noise? Stop it, please. Ugh, I'm coming. Oh wait, I know this scene. Who on earth would do this so early? So early in the morning, in fact, that it wasn't even light out. I quietly padded over to the door. Mai shifted in her bed.
What?
What? Wig! It's about time. Who? Oh, honey. She pushed past me and swept into the room, flipping on the light switch. Paul and Nick followed after him. Hana, I feel just terrible about ruining your uniform. Sincerely, we owe you an apology and a clean uniform. I'm not so good with that kind of thing, so I brought a friend to help me. Josh pulled open my drawer and tossed out clothes left and right. Oh my gosh, stop. That's my underwear. What is wrong with you? I ran to him and grabbed his arm, trying to pull him away. These panties are so cute. They're perfect for you. Get away from there. Oops, accidentally clicked it. Okay. Where's your uniform? I ducked below Josh and pulled open a drawer, pulling out the sticky fabric. Here, take it. I threw it at Josh's face, but he caught it with ease. This is no problem. I promise I'll have this clean in no time. Girls? He snapped. Follow me. He's not gonna have a consistent accent when he's Joshua Lena, okay? It's not gonna happen. Paul, Nick, and Josh swept from my room, but they didn't head towards the hall exit. Instead, they turned left, heading deeper into the dormitory. I didn't have a good feeling about this. I stepped into my slippers and ran into the hallway, just in time to see the door to the girls' bathroom close. Oh no. Ah, what are you doing in here? I sprinted to the bathroom door, but before I could get in there, Paul and Nick slammed into the wall across from the door. Mimi Santos has got an arm. Men like you are the worst. Whoa. No, this was all a misunderstanding. Please. I'm sure it was. No, Mimi, it really was. Wait a second. Where's the other person who was with them? She's doing something with a uniform in the sink. Mimi tossed her head with a sniff and headed back into the bathroom. Why is Mimi Santos up so early in the morning? She actually thinks Josh is a girl? She wouldn't be the first. Josh himself believes he's a girl. That wig is magical. Well, stay out of the girls' bathroom. It's not exactly gonna help your platform if word gets around that you're a pervert. A shadow fell over Paul's face. I sighed. Don't worry, I'll talk to Mimi. Go back to the boys' dorm. Thank you so much, Hana. Yeah. I watched them scamper away, then headed into the bathroom. Hey, Joshua... Lena? You and I should probably get going. I rounded the corner and found him doing Mimi's hair. In a second, Hana, I've got to finish this. Hana, have you met Joshua Lena? She's so good with hair. And look, she even got the stain out of this shirt. Mimi held up my uniform.
Really?
Really? Thank goodness. Thank you so much. It's no problem, honey. I guess I'll let you finish. Mimi, you won't tell anyone about Paul and Nick coming into the bathroom, will you? Why wouldn't I? Well, as class representatives, they were just trying to help Joshua Lena get her bearings, and they were showing her where the bathroom was. I should have been the one to show her, but I was asleep, and they didn't want to wake me up. Oh, well, I guess it's fine then. Thank you. I stood staring at them, unsure of what to do next. This game is so great. Do you mind? I need to concentrate on finishing this. Oh, I'm sorry. So great. So much what? I went back to my room. Life at Asagao never got easier, did it? Mai was still asleep when I got back. There was no way I was going back to bed, so I changed into my uniform, grabbed my bag, and went to class early. My plan was to get started on the project Miss Shizuka gave us. As sincere as PBG was, I wasn't sure he'd hold up his end of the bargain. I stepped into the classroom and went to my seat, throwing my bag against my desk. A small snap came from across the room. Shane was at his desk, giving me a look. Do you mind? I'm trying to work. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, we get to see her without the blazer. Interesting. He looked to the door. It was too late to leave, but I didn't want to be stuck by myself with a guy who clearly hated me. I sat down at my desk and looked at my hands. This is the quietest place I can find in the mornings.
Really?
Really? Not the library? British accent. At what? I see. I'll try not to bother you. He shook his head again. You're fine. Do whatever. Aww, Shane likes us. It'd be awkward if I just sat there like that. So, what are you working on? Shane looked at me, and for a moment I thought he wasn't going to answer. Then he waved me over. I crossed the room to his desk and looked over his shoulder. Several sheets of paper with lightly sketched outlines lay in front of him. It looked like they were for comics. This guy's a genius. I like doing comics too. Mainly I've been just writing them lately. I gotta get the ideas down on paper before I actually start drawing them. You draw comics? Yeah. What about? He shrugged. Whatever. He said it with a touch of finality, so I skipped on to another topic. Do you mind if I ask where you're from? Shane gave a heavy sigh. Could you not tell by my accent? Well, if you're being voiced by me, accents aren't gonna be always the most clear, so... My only clear accent's probably whenever I do Kanaya. I'm very good at female British, apparently, just generic. I'm from England. This is my second year. Oh. Wait, Hana's a third year. This... Inconsistencies all around. Okay. Maybe Shane's just really smart. Okay. He continued to draw, etching in lines of a British flag above what looked like to be a government building. Do you miss it? He finished shading a line before responding. I guess. My whole family is there. You're by yourself? Why did you come here? Class will start soon. Don't you have something to work on? Ouch. Taking the hint, I went back to my desk. Suddenly the door slammed open.
Hey!
Hey, look! We got here early. Wonderful. Oh, Hana, Shane! Looks like it's just the four of us. We should stir up some trouble. Trouble? Let's plant an egg on Miss Shizuka's chair, eh? Bet she'd think it was hilarious.
No.
No. Aw, come on. I bet I could find an exploding bird or two to dive bomb us during class. Freaking birdemic. Birdemic, why? Oh, no.
No.
No. I bet you could probably bake her a cake. Filled with knives.
Really?
What the heck is wrong with you? Was that a reference that I wasn't getting? Bake her a cake. Shane was more than an ocean away from his family and friends. I was only 2 hours away from my dad, yet I missed him so much. Was Shane homesick at all? Soon other students filled the room and Mai joined me at my desk, asking why I abandoned her. I filled her in on the situation. She had a good laugh, but as the clock ticked closer to class time, I felt like something was missing, like PBG. Eventually I realized what it was. PBG wasn't in class yet. The bell rang. Miss Shizuka came in and class began, but he was nowhere to be found. Where was he? The real problem that causes grinding to be necessary in RPGs, if you ask me, is that the whole system is flawed. Yeah, but if it weren't for grinding in Pokemon, I would have never have found my shinies, man. Had to be done. Miss Shizuka's on a tangent again. She must have gotten stood up. Class was nearly over and PBG still hadn't shown. I was worried, but no one else seemed to care. That kid always misses class. Still, what if he was sick? Why didn't anyone care? At the sound of the bell, Miss Shizuka jumped. Oh, well, turn in a 2-page reflection on why the human species as a whole has the emotional range of a teaspoon. Due tomorrow. She definitely got stood up. Miss Shizuka? I stood and dashed to her desk. Yes, Hana? PPG wasn't in class today, and I can take his notes to him if you need... Oh, Hana, you're a godsend. Miss Shizuka's eyes watered. She leaned over her desk and pulled me into a hug. This is inappropriate, and the school will be notified. It's wonderful to see our youth have hope. Hana. She pulled away and stared into my eyes. Don't give up on love. You are young. If PBG is the one you want, you have my blessing. Here, take these papers. She shoved the handouts from today's class into my hands and gathered her things. I love her. She's the best. Bless your heart. She left the room crying. My eyes are tearing up too. That was hilarious. Poor thing. She must have really liked this one. Does this happen often? Often enough. So you're taking that to PBG? Now I want the hidden route where Miss Shizuka ends up with... I don't know. Maybe the nurse. We need to see him. We need to see Miss Shizuka with freaking Creeps McPasta. Let's... Someone patch that in. Give her a happy ending. Often enough. So you're taking that to PPG? Okay. Yeah. But now that I think of it, I don't know his room number. 402. How? That's next to Jared's room, so of course I'd notice him leaving in the mornings. I've got tryouts, so I won't be able to go with you. Good luck, though. I'm sure he'll be happy to see you. I told you I don't think he feels that way. Before I could say anything more, she left the room. 400, 401, 402. Here it is. I paused in front of his door, my heart in my throat. Suddenly, I felt horribly stupid about bringing this to him. It wasn't like he would even look at it. He said himself that he hated school. But what if he was dying in there? John went to the drama club. He wouldn't be back for a few hours. Sucking it up, I knocked on the door. Who is it? It's Hana. I brought some notes from... The door swung open before I could finish my sentence. PBG beamed down at me.
Hana.
Hana, hi!
Hey.
Hi? Come in, come in. Thanks. I stepped into a messy room. Posters lined the walls, and small Harvest Moon plushies were piled up on one of the beds, which I assumed to be PBG's, because he loves Harvest Moon. I've only played one version of Harvest Moon, freaking Animal Parade. Good job, PBG. Thank you for making me buy that, because it's awesome. The TV was on in the center of the room. Turby twinkled happily from the pause menu. You were playing games? Huh? Oh, yeah. PBG closed the door behind me. I didn't feel like going to class today, so I thought I'd stay in and do some work. Work? Well, we do have a tournament coming up, so this kind of counts. I bought you the stuff we went over in class. Oh, thank you. He took the papers out of my hands and set them on the desk next to a small stack of manga. Sorry, I was getting my pronunciations a little bit off there. I was saying stock of manga. Bleh. I'm glad you're feeling well. Were you worried that I was sick? Sorry. But that's adorable, so I'm kind of happy about it. What? Do you want to hang out? We have to work on our project at some point anyway, right? Well, I didn't really have anything else planned. Great! He plopped onto a beanbag and slapped a pillow down next to him. Do you want to play? No, I'm not too good at games. I think I'll just watch. Okay then. He unpaused the game. Turby sprinted across the screen, shooting fireballs from his mouth. Fire Kirby. Very good. PBG and I didn't talk much. Instead, I commented on the game and laughed at him when he died. That's YouTube Let's Playing in general, isn't it? Before I knew it, the sun was setting, and I had to leave. You're welcome back any time. Actually, we're having a Stomping Sisters tournament in 2 days. You can come if you want.
Really?
Really? Sure.
See ya.
Awesome. It will be at noon in this room. I'll see you there. I left the dorm and stepped out into the fading sunlight. The air was warm, filled with the smell of freshly cut grass. I couldn't put my finger on it, but something about being around PBG was comforting. Shaking my head, I went back to the dorms.
Hey.
Hey, Mai. How did tryouts? Hana, close your eyes. Don't move. Before I could flip on the light switch, something warm collided with me and my eyes were covered. What's going on? Stop squirming. You'll ruin it. Ruin what? Just follow my lead, okay? Mai guided me through the room, telling me where to step. Down. She put her hand on my back and folded me in half, inching me into something that felt like it had a roof. Almost done. What exactly is going on?
Yay!
And ta-da! I gasped. Hey, it's the Pillow Fort from the opening credits. Hey, we got Sailor Moon style blankets here. That's nice. Mai, what is this? What does it look like? It's a Pillow Fort. I've been looking forward to this for ages. Tryouts already happened. I made the team easy. I left early because I wanted to set this up for you. For me? Well, for us. You've been such a good friend to me, Hana. I'm so glad we got to be roommates. I wanted to do something for you to make you feel more at home. I've seen how panicked you can be going around school. I don't know what happened in your life, but Asagao was your fresh start, right? You've got me, and you've got this school. And normal boots, too. Never forget the normal boots. They're there for you. If you're up for it, this can be your new life. You don't ever have to look back. And now Now is when we can play. My...
Yeah!
Yes, I knew it! I totally knew you were gonna cry!
Perfect.
I guess this means I was successful. Ah, my, you've done it again. My... Oh, piano rendition of the theme song. Nice. I slammed her into a hug. Whoa, be careful. You don't want to break it. This took forever. I was bullied at my old school. That's why I came here. And it was only because my dad gave up everything to afford it. And I thought you wouldn't like me, and I have a hard time trusting people. But if you wanted to, I think we could be best friends. Oh gosh, now I'm gonna cry.
Yay!
Yes, let's be friends. I'm so happy. Me too. And then everyone's like, we want Hana and Mai as a route. Together, we're unstoppable. I'll say, let's hook you and Jared up. Oh, well, wait, I can't even speak to him without self-destructing. It's fine. There's no way he couldn't fall for you. Oh yeah? And no one's caught your eye yet? Huh? I'd say there's more than a few suitors on your horizon. Aren't you gonna give it a shot? Me? Dating? My eyes shifted across the fort Mai made, the stuffed rabbit sitting on my bed, the window with view of Asagawa's manicured lawn. My life changed so much, so quickly. You know? Maybe I could. That's the spirit!
Yeah!
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about! Well, I prepared some activities for us to do. Look. She pulled out a tablet and opened an app. We're gonna marathon you through Vavatar. Yes! Last Airbender. I don't know. Too late! She pressed the play button. As evening faded into night, we huddled in the blanket fort, watching episode after episode and messing with each other. Happier than I'd been for a long time, I rested my head on Mai's shoulder. Before I knew it, I'd fallen asleep. Yay! As usual, the next day, Mai and I got to school early, still poking fun at each other for our moment the night before. But as we approached Poppy Hall, I noticed something felt different. A palpable tension hung in the air. It was almost humid. Man, what is up with everyone? I don't know. Is there a test today? Not that I know of. But as we entered the building and turned the corner, it suddenly made sense. Ooh. Hold on, I'm gonna save this for a small second. Okay. Return. No, my mouse ran out of battery. That's embarrassing. Return. Jared and Paul were arguing amidst a large crowd, spit flying from their mouths, while Nick and Josh walked along the hallway, pasting posters of Paul's face over Jared's modeling shots. Man, I like this. I always loved, like, synth beats when it comes to action scenes. With, like, the violin sounds. It's so great. Sorry, trying to get my mouse to get back into working order. Yeah, there we go. I thought I told you to stop and take those posters down. No, what's wrong with you? These walls are everybody's space. We don't have to listen to you. And you should know that this campaign is way more important than your little fashion show. No. But mine were here first. Lay off them. This is between you and me, Jared. Leave them out of it. You've been taking up the wall space with your show. The student elections are much more important. It's our government. The student government doesn't even do anything.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. As current president, I can say with full knowledge and proper authority that the student government does a ton for this school. You don't even know, Jared. You don't even know. So great. What does the student government actually... She wasn't with me anymore. She pried herself between Jared and Paul and was pushing them apart. I ran forward to help her. You guys should stop. Hana. I flinched. Sorry, Hana. I didn't mean to yell. We want your opinion on something. You're a regular student. A new student. You're uninvolved. Which do you think is more important? Our student government or the fashion show? Oh man, this is the perfect place to end off for now. I think I'll leave my super decision in the next episode. This is the determining point between Jared's route and the Continue Guys' route. You have to choose one. If you don't choose either, none of their routes will be available. So, I think definitely I'm going to leave this up for the next episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Jen. Thank you so much for watching Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want for more. Also, be sure to check out other videos on this channel you may like, and check the links in the video description below for other places on the internet where I tend to dwell. And I will see you all next time.